In this video, we're going to introduce unit tests, what they are, what they're not, and how to arrange one. We use C# and .NET in the example, but there's nothing here that you couldn't do with any other language or framework. A unit test is a way in which a single unit of functionality can be verified. A single unit of functionality is usually a function or method. However, it does not have to be written before the code to be a test. It doesn't have to be written in a test framework to be a test. It just has to run the code and have some way of telling that the code has worked. The purpose of a unit test is to check that the code does what you think it does, and nothing's going to break if you shake it too hard. If you're writing a unit test and you're unsure why you're writing it, or what you're testing, you may end up writing something that doesn't test anything at all. Since a unit test is a way of testing a single piece of functionality, there doesn't need to be a structure to it, but you might find it easier to read and maintain if there is. There are a few variations on this, but the one that we'll cover here is the arrange, act, and assert structure. We'll start with arrange. This is the part of the test where you configure the system under test, that is, the thing that you're testing. Given that you're only testing a single piece of functionality, this can sometimes be quite involved. In order to get the system into a place where it's ready to be tested and actually running in a realistic manner. Having said that, if this section is too big, that might indicate that the code is overly complex. The next part of the test actually exercises the code. The key thing here is that this is a unit test, so you would expect this to test a single unit of functionality. Really, this section should be a single line of code. The final part of the test is to validate that the test passes. Unlike with the act section, you can check several things are true, however the test should be geared towards a single assertion. It's worth bearing in mind that the purpose of the test is that the functionality works correctly, not that a specific result is produced. Often this distinction is meaningless, but thinking that way can help you write more robust tests. You'll notice that we haven't used any test frameworks in this video. Instead, we've manually created a test in order to show the basic principles behind creating a test in this manner, and not be distracted by the specific requirements of a test framework. We've spoken about what a test is, what they're for, and how you might choose to arrange one.